We's gonna get silly, bitches.
All right, Vault Dwellers, welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm Dragon, GreatStonedDragon if you're not into the whole brevity thing, and today we are taste testing the Nuka Victory Variety Pack. If you're not sure what that is, Jones Soda partnered with Costco to put out a Fallout series of Nuka Cola, but it's not like Nuka Cola the cola. This is Nuka Cola, or Nuka Cherry, Nuka Cola Victory, and the Nuka Orange. These are the three that come in this one. I did buy the box set of the Sunset Sarsaparillas, and I've got proof. I braved the Mojave, and I got Sunset Sarsaparilla. We ended up buying like 3 packs of them because they were so good. And gotta hear that? That's a hefty weight of caps, man. We're like 10-millionaires, whatever that means. I saw these at Costco when I was there on Tuesday picking up pizzas and was like, now I've got to spend the $20 to get these. So they're like relatively affordable because like if you see Jones Sodas out in the wild, they're going to cost you a couple bucks. So here at least you're getting somewhat of a discount, but they are still kind of expensive. I did my wake and bake not that long ago, so I am just jonesing for a nice crispy beverage, and that's why we're going to try out each of these flavors. And then I'm going to give them all to my wife and the kids because they've already called dibs on each of them. And I said, you can only have them after I have done my video. So we're going to do that now. I'm a big Fallout fan. I love Fallout. New Vegas is the best in my opinion. But all the ones that I've played and finished, I've really, really enjoyed. And I've always thought, I wondered what those sodas taste like because they seem so appetizing, you know? Because like it's when you go to the movie theater and they do those big ads of like, hit the concession stand. There's Nicole Kidman talking about Coca-Cola and movies and being weird. They make the Coke look delicious. And it's like you're sitting there looking at it and it's like, oh my God. There was those Fanta commercials that they used to do back in the day at the theaters. Those were always like really popping, except way more annoying. Fallout has nailed making Nuka Cola Quantum look amazing. It looks like Mountain Dew Voltage, but that's radioactive. Even though I think Mountain Dew already is radioactive. So I've got my drinks. They're nice and chilled after they've been in the fridge for a day or two. And I also brought a palate cleanser so I can accurately gauge what the flavor profile is as much as I can. It would be a sommelier of Nuka Cola products. So you pay $20, you get 12 in a box, so 4 of all 3 flavors. And then just to be on par with how awesome Fallout is, they also give you a specialty bottle cap opener that is also a fridge magnet. We have the one for Sunset Sarsaparilla in that bag, and then this one we now have for Nuka Victory. So that'll be cool. We're collecting them all. Inside the bag, the cap purse, you get the specialty bottle caps for each of them. So there's Nuka Cola Victory, Nuka Orange, and Nuka Cherry. Save these caps because apparently you can actually cash these in with Jones's website for real merch. I didn't know that. I'm not sure if that's changed with this pack because with the Sunset Sarsaparillas, you could get the Blue Star caps, which we have a few of them, freaking sick. But also they all have like QR codes on the bottom of them. So I'm thinking maybe I needed to scan those in and just haven't yet. But we saved every single one of the caps. So hopefully it's not too late to do that. I think for today, I want to start with the one I'm most curious about. I'm looking most forward to Nuka Cherry because I love cherry sodas. You know, living in North Carolina, Cheerwine is the best. I love it. So I'm always a sucker for cherry. So we're going to start instead with Nuka Victory. So as you can see, it's like a lighter orange, almost like a pink orange for the color of the soda. This is actually a peach mango flavor, which sounds just so good to me right now. They really dressed up the bottle for this one. I love the label and like the patriotism that they have there, in the Fallout universe. If you look at the detail on the label with the flag and in the font and like the color stroke around the letters, it's beautiful. And I have a feeling it's going to taste amazing. So if you weren't aware, this Nuka Cola Victory got introduced to the game for Fallout New Vegas in the Lonesome Road DLC. And before the Great War, this was heavily marketed to the West Coast to help them try to I guess embrace patriotism, as you can see with the flag and everything. It feels like we went to Williamsburg recently, at Colonial Williamsburg, and they put like 250th on literally everything. And that's it. There's not a whole lot of special whatever going on. They're like, hey, it's 250th birthday, the fall of an empire. So let's learn about Colonial Williamsburg. In other words, it didn't really do a whole lot. However, let's find out what this drink tastes like. One thing I will need to look out for with this one is it does have higher rads counts than your typical Nuka Cola. So I'll have to check some cabinets or like a toilet tank and see if I can find a rad away somewhere. I could use the fridge magnet to open, but it's a twist off, and I am nobody's bitch except my wife's, and I chose that one, so it's okay. Here we go. Got the cap, not losing that. Does it have a, yeah, it doesn't have a barcode on it, or a QR code, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Let's start with the aromatic effect. Yeah, waft it. Waft it. These are not made with high fructose corn syrup. These are made with cane sugar, so it should hopefully have a little bit more of a cleaner taste. But man, this is beautiful. I used to really drink, I like to drink those like peach knee highs, but then I had one recently and they'll just slap you in the face. So bon appetit down the hatch. Oh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. It's not too much. I think the peach might be a little bit stronger, but I think peach as a flavor is stronger than mango. But it's like they found that like they're on the balance beam between the two. Maybe barely lean into the left into a little bit of a heavier peach, but I think I prefer that. That is delicious. Crisp. And again, it doesn't have that syrupy taste. This is like, yeah, it's like 95 degrees outside here. And this is a perfect, just, ooh, it's like sitting on the front porch of your retirement home, drinking a mint julep, you know? This is so good. I would gladly take the extra radiation points from killing a whole case of these and then just, you know, having to die in the wasteland. At least I went out with a belly full of Nuka Victory. So right now, because it's the only one I've tried, this is in my first place spot, but we'll see if that changes. And now for the palate cleanser. Pinky out, SpongeBob. SpongeBob! Pinky! I think next I'm going to do Nuka Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say Nuka Cherry? I'm sorry, I'll get out of here. From first glance, looking hella appetizing with that nice juicy orange on the front and that really, really orange liquid. Oh, God. I never played it, but Nuka Orange debuted in the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC. Oddly enough about this in-game is that it gives like it has like 10% fruit juice, which is rare in the Wasteland. So this actually gives rad resistance by like, what, I think it's 25. So maybe I should have drank this one before I did the Nuka Victory. Mistakes were made. I've had my share of orange sodas from like, you know, Sunkist to Orange Fanta, and they're good. But I think I've always been more of like a grape kind of guy. So let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, it smells real orangey, but it's still like not super overpowering. I wonder if that's because of the cane sugar. Cheers. Oh, man. Okay. That's interesting. It doesn't give the flavor of like an orange soda the way that we know orange soda, because that can almost feel like electric or like you're licking a battery, you know? This has more of like a melted orange popsicle type of taste. You know, like those Otter Pops that'll slice your sides of your mouth like the Joker from The Dark Knight. An orange one of those that's like melted is kind of what this tastes like, and kind of slaps. Yeah, I can feel my rad's resistance already rising. That one's going to take home the second place for right now. But again, I have Nuka Cherry, which I'm most excited about to wash this all down. So let us cleanse the palate and then try this Nuka Cherry out. Did you know that Nuka Cherry was not originally Nuka Cherry? It was originally Merle's Very Cherry Soda. And then what corporate America likes to do is come in and buy out the mom and pop shops and industrialize everything and make it all and ruin it. Nuka Cola wanted to eliminate competition, so they went into Merle, made them an offer they couldn't refuse, bought out Merle's Very Cherry Soda, and then turned it into Nuka Cherry. So this is probably going to taste like capitalism. Both in Fallout 4 and in Fallout 76, Nuka Cherry is a good place to go for some AP restoration and some HP restoration. So maybe this will be that revitalizing boost that I need to make it through the rest of my day. But honestly, it's probably just to wash down the next smoke sesh. Ayo, let's go. So here is the Nuka Cherry bottle. Very, very poppin'. I'm just really trying to hold out hope that this is going to taste like cough syrup, because cherry sodas can very quickly just... I didn't order Delsum, okay? It's Nuka Cherry. Remember, save all the caps. I don't know about this one. This one kind of has like a cough syrupy smell. Ugh. All right, down the hatch. You know, It does have like a nice cherry flavor at first, but it does kind of end up with that little bit of a cough syrupy flavor. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've let it get a little too warm having it sit on my desk while I'm shooting this video. Maybe I should have kept them all in the fridge. I don't know. Second sip was better. Second sip was better. It kind of tastes like, you know how they have the white Airheads, and it's like, oh, what flavor is it? And it's actually just like wild cherry, but it's white, albino cherry. Shout out to the albinos. Kind of has like, if that were to mix with like red Gatorade and then make it a drink, make it a soda, you know, put some carbonation in there. That's what I'm getting from this. Definitely like the cane sugar being what's sweetening this. I feel like if it was the high fructose corn syrup, I would not enjoy this at all. All three of these are great, and I think that honestly, they go in chronological order. Victory is my favorite. Orange is probably my second favorite. Nuka Cherry is probably my third favorite. All three strong contenders. Nuka Cherry is the weakest of the batch, which really kind of bums me out because that was the one I was looking most forward to. So all in all, I'd say it is worth the $20 for the fun, especially if you have like kids that like Fallout or, you know, friends like Fallout. But hey, let's get a box of Nuka Cola and play Fallout. I now kind of want to go grind away at New Vegas because of this, so maybe I will. While drinking Nuka Cola. Again, the Sunset Sarsaparilla ones were great. I really enjoyed them. We crushed a couple cases of these. They kind of taste like between cream soda and root beer. I liked it a lot. And I don't know if they've done Nuka Cola Quantum, but if they do, I'm going to shit my pants. I want to try Nuka Cola and I want to try Nuka Cola Quantum. All of these have been fun, but those are the two that I'm looking most forward to. Shout outs to Costco, by the way, for partnering to do Fallout stuff. The show's been great. I love the games. So getting to actually like partake in the universe is actually kind of fun. Get to taste the wasteland. That's a good bit different than Skittles tasting the rainbow. One sounds way more appealing. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I had a lot of fun with this, and all of these taste very good while stoned, just so you know. Definitely enhance the flavor of each of them. I'm now going to take all three of them up and disperse them to my wife and children as they all called dibs. My wife called dibs on Nuka Victory. My son called dibs on Nuka Orange. My daughter called dibs on Nuka Cherry, and they will get just that with a little bit of dad backwash, because that never killed anybody, am I right? Stay alive out there in the wasteland, folks, and I'll catch you in the next video. Dragon abides.